Design Viewer. We're going to have a look at the Design Viewer. In order to access the Design Viewer, you need to start a new project. So you just click on Start New Project. You can call your project whatever you like. Please make sure it is one continuous word, no spaces. I'm going to call my project Hello. Once I've named my project, I just click OK. Now we have access to the Design Viewer. As you can see, it is split up into sections. We have section 1, which is the palette. This is where all the components are. They can be moved by simply dragging and dropping into the viewer. Please refer to the PDF document in the resources to see what each component does. But as we go on in time, we will be working through the components so you will get to see them in action. This is the viewer. This is where you drag and drop the components in order to build your apps. The viewer simulates your mobile device. Components. This is where your components will be listed. As you drag and drop from the palette to the viewer, a list will form of all your components. From here, you can delete your components as well as rename your components. It is a good idea to give your components unique names so it is easier to identify them when you are in the block mode. This will become clearer later on. This is the properties. So as the components are dragged from the palette into the viewer, their names appear in the components. You can edit or delete from there, and the properties appear here. So as you click on a component, its properties will be listed. This is where you can change things such as the size and the color and anything else that is listed here within the property section. There is also a media section. If you scroll down, everything you upload such as images and backgrounds and sound will be listed in the media section. Now let's look at the block view. This is where your components come to life. You get to the block view by clicking on blocks, and it should look like this. On one section there's a list of blocks, and another section there's the viewer. So this is the list of blocks, and right here is where your components will appear. As you can see, the block names are Control, Logic, Math, Text, Lists, Colors, Variables, and Procedures. All this will become clearer as we begin to build our apps. But in the meantime, why don't you have a click about on both the Design Viewer and the Block Viewer. Try adding things, deleting things, renaming things. Just have a play and see how you get on.